If you're a pet parent, you know that incredible feeling, right? Seeing your pet just happy, healthy.
Yeah, that wagging tail, the purr, it's the best.
It really is. Pure joy. But then, well, there's the other side too. The worry. Or just trying to balance giving them the absolute best with, your budget. It's tricky.
Especially now.
Exactly. And the whole pet industry, particularly nutrition, is going through some pretty big shifts right now. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're really aiming to cut through the noise. We're taking a comprehensive look at pet nutrition market trends for 2025.
Yeah, focusing on that critical intersection of science, savings, and social impact.
Because understanding these three, well, it's going to be essential for success.
And our mission today really is to equip you, the pet food brand manager, whether you're in e-com, brand, product, insights, wherever, with clear, actionable takeaways.
Things you can use.
Exactly. The landscape's changing fast. You need to be ready.
Absolutely. So think of me as your signal today. I'll be pointing to the latest data, the trends we're seeing in the sources.
And I'm strategy. I'll take those insights and translate them into, well, what does this actually mean for your business? What actions can you take?
Okay, let's dive in. Where's the market headed? So first off, we kind of have to talk about the economy, the squeeze a lot of households are feeling.
It's the backdrop for everything, really.
Yeah. The latest from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows the Consumer Price Index. It rose 2.3% in the 12 months to April 2025.
Okay.
Now, that's actually the smallest increase in over 3 years, but it's still hovering, just above the Federal Reserve's preferred 2% level.
So inflation is still sticky.
It is, and that persistence is having real ripple effects.
And what's truly striking here is the direct hit to the pet industry. Get this. Pet food costs. Still 23% higher than before the pandemic.
Wow, 23%. That's huge.
It is. And it's not just a number on a spreadsheet. It's leading to unprecedented demand for animal rescue support. Shelters are just swamped.
Seeing surges.
Massive surges, both in people having to surrender pets and also requests for help, like just for pet food. John Hussey from CD Lie, he sees it firsthand. Shelters are overwhelmed.
That's tough. People are facing really hard choices.
Exactly. Financial hardship makes it incredibly difficult, sometimes impossible, to keep their pets.
So, okay, that's the big picture. How are pet parents actually changing their behavior in response? Are they just buying less, or is it more nuanced?
It seems more nuanced.
A Bank of America report picked up on some interesting shifts. Direct vet spending, actually down 1% year over year in April.
Okay, down slightly.
And spending at pet stores, down about 4% year over year.
Right. So that suggests, what, maybe shifting purchases?
It really points towards American pet parents maybe trading down or shifting their purchases towards grocery stores, looking for value, maybe convenience.
And if we connect that dot, cost has absolutely become the top factor now. 50% of consumers cite cost as the main influence on pet spending.
50%.
Yeah, that's up 4 percentage points from just 2 years ago. And interestingly, healthy choice, which used to be number one, slipped to second place. 49%.
Okay, so cost is king right now.
It really seems to be. And this raises key questions for you, for brand managers. What about demographics?
Good point. Is everyone cutting back equally?
Not quite. We're seeing lower income millennial households pulling back the most, about 5%.
Okay.
And geographically, big differences. Spending in pet stores, on pet care services, it's way higher in places like Seattle, San Francisco, like 30% above the U.S. average.
Wow.
But then you look at cities like San Antonio, St. Louis, Atlanta, almost 20% below average.
That's a stark difference.
It is. And another survey from Civic Science found that nearly a third of pet parents couldn't take their pet to the vet in the last 6 months because it was just too expensive.
32%. That's significant.
It really underscores the pressure. So for you listening, how does this change your pricing strategy? What about private label? Is that becoming more of a threat or an opportunity?
And how do you talk about value when everyone's watching their wallets?
Exactly. It's not just about being cheap. It's about demonstrating real value, making your product accessible where people are now shopping.
Right. So the economics are clearly pushing people towards savings, maybe shifting where they shop. But what's fascinating is, even with all this pressure,
their commitment to the pet's health holds strong.
It really does. Let's dig into that resilience. Because despite the tight budgets, wellness seems to remain a top priority.
And that deep belief, that connection, that's what brands need to tap into. ADM's 2025 Global Pet Nutrition Insights Report. some really key stuff in there.
Like what?
Well, 85% of pet owners believe proper nutrition, supplements, just as important for pets as for humans.
85%. Okay.
And get this, 78% are actively seeking products that might extend their pet's lifespan.
Actively looking for longevity solutions.
Yeah, and 77% of U.S. pet owners willing to pay more for healthier pet food options.
So even with the cost sensitive,
They'll still invest in health. This isn't just a passing phase. It's fundamental to how people view pet ownership today.
okay, so if wellness is still key, what kind of solutions are resonating? Is it just healthy in general?
It's getting much more specific. That same ADM report, it highlights that in 95% of functional animal health supplement purchases,
95%.
the specific health benefit claim on the product is the most influential factor.
So vague claims aren't cutting it.
Not anymore. The one-size-fits-all approach, it's rapidly becoming obsolete. We're seeing clear, accelerating demand for species-specific, life-stage-specific, functionally targeted solutions.
Things like
Digestive health and immune support are really big areas of focus. People want personalized nutrition for their pets.
a generic is out, the personalized is definitely in.
And what's really exciting is the science coming through to meet these needs. Real innovation.
Give us an example.
Okay, so ADM developed this heat-treated postbiotic. Think of them as beneficial compounds from microbes combined with a specific fiber, Fibersol 2. They call it Prione Gut Health with Pet Fibersol.
Okay.
It's been clinically shown to support digestive health in adult cats even when their diet changes. That's huge for cats.
Targeted digestive support for cats.
Wow. And it's not just digestion. Another novel postbiotic, this one from Kingdom Supercultures called Superculture Pet Oral.
For oral health.
Exactly. Clinically shown to improve bad breath in dogs by actually impacting their oral microbiome function.
That's fascinating, especially since, most dogs over 3 have dental issues.
Over 80% have active dental disease, yeah.
Mm.
And this specific product, it significantly decreased those volatile sulfur compounds, the bad breath stuff, by 22% in just 7 days.
22% in a week.
And 27% over the whole trial, making it about twice as effective as traditional dental chews. It's a real leap.
It really shows how targeted the science is getting. Postbiotics for cat digestion, microbiome solutions for dog breath.
Amazing. Isn't it? Things we wouldn't have imagined a few years back.
So, with all this new science and targeted demand, what claims actually still justify a higher price? Where's the premium?
Good question. A University of Arkansas study looked into premium pet food pricing. Really interesting findings.
What did they find?
Allergy relief products. They command the highest premium by far, 17.8%.
17.8% for allergy relief. Okay.
Sensitive digestion also gets a premium, but smaller, about 3.8%.
Still something.
Right. But here's the catch. Immune support and dental breath care, they were actually associated with price discounts.
Discounts, really? So people expect those now.
It suggests they might not be premium differentiators on their own anymore. Important benefits, yes, but maybe table stakes or need to be part of a broader package.
Interesting. What else commanded a premium?
Labels like premium itself, non-GMO, chicken-free, those still got higher prices.
But high discounts.
With grain and chicken as a primary flavor, were associated with lower prices.
So it's really about understanding those nuances.
Precisely. Which brings us to the strategy point for you. How do you leverage this cutting-edge science, these specific functional claims, to really stand out?
And justify your pricing.
Especially when consumers are so price-sensitive, you need to know what claims still hold that premium value versus what might need bundling or just isn't a differentiator anymore.
It's about being precise with claims and pricing.
Absolutely. Precision is key.
Okay, moving beyond the product itself. Companies are increasingly being looked at through a different lens, right? Their broader social impact.
Definitely. It's becoming a bigger piece of the puzzle for brand reputation, for loyalty.
So what does this mean in today's climate, especially, as you said, with shelters under so much pressure?
Well, it raises a really important question for the whole industry. How can companies step up and respond effectively to this crisis-facing animal welfare groups?
Because the need is huge.
It is. 76% of nonprofits report funding challenges. Pet food manufacturers are, frankly, uniquely positioned to provide meaningful support. And it doesn't always have to mean huge budget outlays.
How so?
It's about leveraging what you already do well, your core capabilities, your infrastructure. It's about sustainable impact.
And we are seeing a shift, aren't we? Away from just one-off donations.
Yes, definitely. A move towards more sustainable, ongoing partnership models. Think about programs like See Diddle Wise, Buy a Bag, Donate a Meal.
Right, I've seen those.
They directly link a consumer's purchase to a measurable impact for a rescue animal. That creates a win-win. It builds loyalty because consumers feel they're part of the solution.
It's not just charity, it's integrated.
Exactly. And companies can do so much more than just donate food, although that's crucial.
Like what other kinds of support?
Think about your supply chain. Can you help secure discounted freight, storage, maybe materials for shelters? That stretches their limited dollars significantly.
Using your existing relationships. Makes sense.
Marketing support is another huge one. Helping rescues tell their stories, promote adoptable pets, boost fundraising campaigns. Your marketing teams have skills they desperately need.
That's a great point. Expertise, not just product.
Right. Even simple things, co-hosting a local adoption event, having your team volunteer time or expertise. It builds community, fosters immense goodwill.
And technology is playing a role too, right? Making partnerships easier.
Absolutely. Platforms are emerging that really help companies and nonprofits connect better. They enable more targeted support, community-driven initiatives, things like crowdfunding for specific needs, wish lists. It makes support more transparent and direct.
So rescues get exactly what they need.
Ideally, yes. Ultimately, it's about being smart with resources, making every effort count. Low overhead initiatives, especially those in-kind food donations, directly help animals and reduce shelter operating costs.
It's a direct line to impact.
And this isn't just about feeling good. It's smart business. It builds lasting loyalty with that growing group of consumers who genuinely care about animal welfare and factor it into their buying decisions.
So the question for you, the brand manager, is,
how can your brand build these sustainable partnerships? Ones that meet real community needs and build that deep, long-term customer loyalty. It's a powerful differentiator in a really crowded market now.
It really is. Okay, let's pull this all together. If you're a pet food brand manager looking at 2025 and beyond, what are the key imperatives?
I think it boils down to 3 core strategies. First, mastering value propositions.
Okay.
You absolutely have to adapt to this heightened price sensitivity, offer value strategically, but without just gutting quality. Understand where consumers will trade down, explore private label maybe, or those accessible premium options.
Got it. Mastering value. What's second?
Second, innovating with scientific precision. Double down on the real science. Personalized functional nutrition. And crucially, communicate those specific benefits clearly. Learn what commands a premium. We talked about allergy relief versus what might need bundling, like maybe immune support now.
Be precise with the science and the claims.
Yeah.
Okay. And third,
embracing purpose-driven partnerships. Go beyond just marketing. Integrate meaningful, sustainable social impact. Partnering with animal welfare groups. It addresses urgent needs and builds that deep, authentic customer loyalty.
that connection.
Exactly. It's becoming non-negotiable for many consumers.
So mastering value, innovating with precision, and embracing purpose, those aren't just trends, are they?
No, these are fundamental shifts, actionable shifts that are going to define who wins in the pet food space.
We've really covered a lot today, a true deep dive into these core trends shaping pet nutrition for 2025.
Yeah, from the economic pressures driving savings
To the cutting-edge science pushing innovation.
and that powerful, undeniable role of social impact.
It's quite the mix.
It is.
Yeah.
And as the market keeps stabilizing post-pandemic and pet parents become even more aware of wellness, well, the companies that thrive will be the ones who really get the interplay between all 3.
Science, savings, social impact.
Exactly. Understanding how they connect, how they influence the consumer. The big question for you is, how will you redefine loyalty and innovation in this evolving landscape?
There's something to really think about. We encourage you to reflect on these insights. Consider how they apply to your brand, your strategy. Thanks for diving deep with us today.